Hey everyone, welcome to the Bachelor Morning After. I'm Hannah Khan and I'm fired up because joining me today is Grant Kemp.
What's up? How are you?
Good, thank you. Grant was on JoJo's season of The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise 3. Did you like my fire joke?
I know, I did like that. I did like that joke.
Well, more where that comes from, but first we want to take a poll to find out who you think Nick is going to give his final rose to. So take a look at the screen below and let us know your frontrunner predictions. Okay, so if you think it's Danielle M, give us a like. If you think it's Vanessa, love. If you think it's Danielle L, do the laughing face. And if you think it's Corinne, do the shocked face. And if you think it's someone else entirely, leave it below in the comments and we'll get to them in a bit. If you have any questions for Grant, also leave them below. All right, now we want, as you probably know, Grant is a firefighter, so I came up with a special game to play with you, Grant, called Spark of Love.
Oh my, all right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Who do you think Nick has the most sparks with?
You know what? As surprised as people might be, I saw some very intense chemistry with Corinne.
Ooh.
I did.
Well, I mean, they do. They have things are heating up, which leads me to who do you think's really bringing the heat this season?
She's definitely bringing the heat. I think that she's bringing heat in a couple different ways. One of which being making the other girls very, very aggravated and jealous. So we'll definitely see how that plays out. I think it's going to be interesting to watch.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun.
All right, now, which of these songs would be on the playlist of your life, Grant?
Okay.
Hot in Here by Nelly.
That's a good one.
Fireball by Pitbull.
All right.
Sparks Fly, Taylor Swift,
Okay.
or Slow Dancing in a Burning Room by John Mayer.
I would say Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. I've actually sang a cover of that song. It's one of my favorite songs.
I didn't know you were a singer.
Yeah, I mean, I sing a little bit, but that's not like my thing.
Okay, we need to hear that. Guys, don't you want to hear Grant singing a
man.
little John Mayer
Oh,
cover?
man.
Yes, putting
Oh,
you on the
man.
spot.
I
Not
know,
right
right?
now, but like we need to see that at
All
some
right.
point.
Next time we meet.
Yes, definitely. And then finally, which one of these three celebrities would you trust to help you fight a fire? Okay. We have Sarah Hyland, Gigi Hadid, or Mariah Carey.
I'm gonna have to go with Gigi Hadid just because
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't know if anything would get done, like fire-wise, if she was there. But yeah, I'd
I mean,
probably
she's
have to go
beautiful,
with her
and you
for
have
sure.
the model connection.
Yes. So I'd have to go with her most definitely.
Okay, so we need to get to last night's episode. What do you make of Danielle M getting the first one-on-one date?
I think Danielle M. I mean, I can kind of see why. He seemed to be very interested in her, and she had a really good story. You know, she opened up a lot, and I actually admire that because it takes somebody that's pretty brave to open up as much as she did, and I think he appreciated that a lot.
Do you think she's different from Nick's normal type?
You know, we'll have to see. You know, she did open up, but I know there's a lot more layers to her, and I think Nick will figure that out.
You think she'll make it far this season?
I think she will.
Okay. Well, there were two group dates last night. There was the wedding photo shoot and the trip to the Museum of Broken Relationships.
Yes.
So I'm curious, from your experience on the show, do you think that Nick picks one date for the girls that he really likes, or is it pretty evenly divided?
I think it's pretty evenly divided, actually. I think that I would say that's a good 50-50 split. But I think it's definitely, I mean, I couldn't see him going on a date that, you know, wasn't fun, that he didn't enjoy, so, yeah.
Well, we already touched on this a little bit, but we have to talk more about Corinne. Last night, she took her top off in the pool with Nick in front of all the other ladies.
She did. Oh, yeah,
she
did.
And she also interrupted girls twice.
She
later
did.
At night.
No chill.
No chill.
No chill, but, I mean, that gets in other girls' heads, you know, when there's that one person that just does not care, that's like not afraid to just be like, no, I'm definitely talking to him again. Like, other girls don't know what to do, you know, and I think that was a bold move of her, but I think that's just her being herself, you know, which is.
Do you think that's a turn off?
I think depending on the context of the situation, right? Like if somebody's, you know, rude about it, or if they don't come across in, you know, a sweet way when they do it, then yeah, I think that could be a negative.
Well, do you think that Corinne is calculated and is trying to play the villain role, or do you think she's just trying to get Nick's attention?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think Corinne knows exactly what she's doing when, you know, the more quiet girl is talking to Nick and she's like, hey, I need to talk to him again. And she's just like, I don't know what to do. Like, she knows exactly what she's doing. But if that's the angle she's going to work, that's the angle she's going to work. And we'll see what happens, you know?
Yes, we will. Can't wait. So, you know, if things don't work out with Corinne and Nick, I think we should set her up with Bad Chad from your season.
That would be a good hurricane. Yeah, that would be a good one. I could see, yeah.
Do you
they
think
might work together.
They
yeah.
might.
Yeah.
But it might just be like too much of that villain energy.
Yeah, it might just be a
self-combust.
disaster. Yeah, it could be a beautiful disaster, though.
It could be.
That might need to be on film.
Well, you and Nick are good buddies from Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, yeah.
I hear you even shared clothes with one another.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Nick models too, and like most guys are the same measurements, which we are. So we definitely stole some clothes from each other, and they worked. They look great on him.
Well, that's really cute.
So,
So this next game is called Knick-Knacks. All right.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
I
you like it?
Knick-Knacks. Here we go.
Okay. Would you say that Nick is more of a good guy or a bad boy?
I would say he's a little bit of both, but with good intentions. You know, Nick's a little bit more edgy than some guys, which is a good thing. I think a lot of girls like that. You know, I don't think any girl wants a guy that's, you know, 100% safe and a little bit boring. You know, there's got to be a little bit of mystery there. You know.
It's true. And this season, as we were discussing earlier, is pretty sexualized.
Very.
So how do you think that contributes?
I think that it's going to make for an interesting season in the sense that, like, a lot of these girls are very open when it comes to that. And I mean, I'd rather know what I'm getting into early on than later. So I like it.
That's fair.
I'm not mad about it.
Okay. What is one thing about Nick that most people would be surprised to know?
One thing about Nick that people would be surprised to know, he likes to wear his white chucks dirty.
Ooh, I'm wearing my white chucks. You can't see, but they're not dirty. I try to keep them very pristine.
Yeah, that's his style right now, though.
Okay, so does he like actually like put dirt on them?
No, he actually wears them until they're dirty, and then that's how he wears them. Yeah.
Wow, insider info from Grant Kemp. I like it. All right, and finally, if Nick were stranded on a desert island, say Paradise,
Yes.
and could only bring one item with him, what would he bring?
Oh, what would Nick bring? If he could bring one thing to Paradise, Nick would probably bring his workout bands so he could stay jacked like he is right now.
Did he bring that to Paradise?
He totally did. We used to work out together every morning.
Because there's no gym, right?
Yeah, we used to like run and use his little workout bands and like
Throwing
lift rocks.
out.
Yeah, all the girls,
Lift rocks.
all the girls would just sit there and like drink and like watch us work out like 8 in the morning.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Where they were like sipping their
They totally were. Yeah.
mimosas. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about Lace.
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Grant got engaged to Lace in Bachelor in Paradise last summer. You recently broke up.
Yes, we did.
So what happened there?
You know, for us, like when everything was great on the show, like when we got off the show, things were a lot more difficult, and we definitely, it got to the point where we were just fighting all the time, to be honest with you, and I mean, there was enough animosity towards each other so that, I mean, we just realized it wasn't going to work, you know, and I definitely have a lot of respect for her in the sense that we both handled it well, and we were both respectful towards each other during and after the process of breaking up, and so I'm just glad that we figured it out sooner than later, and I'm just glad that we figured it out like in a cordial, you know, sane way.
Well, it sounds like it's almost a real world relationship the
Yeah,
way that
yeah.
it ended, but unfortunately you're in the public eye and you share a lot of friends from Bachelor Nation.
Yeah.
Does that make it really difficult?
I mean, it doesn't make it too difficult. I mean, it's obviously we're probably not going to show up to the same like charity event, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, if I cross paths with her somewhere, it's not like there's going to be drama or anything like that. You know,
good.
it's chill.
I hear that you don't talk anymore. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really talk at all, you know, and I think it should be that way, especially like right after you break up with somebody. Like, I don't really do the whole like, oh hey, like how was your weekend? Like, there's no point in doing that, and it kind of draws things out, and you definitely need separation when you end a relationship, you know.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people are probably curious as to whether you've kept your Grace tattoos. You've got matching Grace Grant and Lace
Yeah,
Graves
yeah.
tattoos. So on the count of 3, I want you to show everyone your wrist, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
It's gone. No, I'm kidding. It's there. It's there still.
You're
It's there
totally got it. That was
Swerve.
great.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
let me see it.
Yeah.
Oh my, it's
Yeah.
beautiful, and
Yeah.
it still is a really sweet sentiment.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's you know, I'm not like rushing somewhere to go get it covered up or whatever. Like I have a ton of tattoos in the first place, so to me, it's not like it was like my first and only tattoo, and
Yeah.
it's like it's fine. If I get it covered up, I will. If I don't, I don't. You know.
Okay, well, Amanda and Josh also were engaged last summer,
Yes.
and they recently split. So
Yeah.
have you talked to either of them?
You know what? I have not, but I mean, I don't know exactly what happened with them. I mean, I hope everything is good, but I definitely I try to stay out of people's business. But I mean, I hope that the way things ended was smooth for them. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what about Evan and Carly,
Evan
the
and
last
Carly, I know,
engaged
the
Bachelor in
last
Paradise
ones, the
couple? Do you
last
think they're
ones.
going to get married?
I think they are. I can actually see that happening, and I'm definitely excited for them that everything's still good with them and they just work together.
Yeah.
You know? If
They're
you
so
if you hang
cute.
out with them together, you'll figure out why. You know.
Well, the last time we saw you was on Ben and Lauren's show.
Yes,
So
yes.
what have you been up to since then, Grant? Tell us.
You know, I've been back and forth between San Francisco and LA. I started a company. It's called Captive Social. It's a social media marketing agency.
Cool.
And then I've been working with my friend Calvin also. He owns a company called Love Thyself, and it's a clothing company. And his main goal is to reach children, and it's basically an anti-bullying foundation. So what I've set up with him is I'm going to be touring some schools and stuff like that and talking to kids about anti-bullying and all that, because you know I feel like if you know you have a platform, which I have now, you might as well use it for a good cause. You know what I mean? You might as well use you know the voice and the exposure that you have to actually do something good instead of just being like cool.
Well,
you
that's
know?
wonderful. That's really
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Are you still working as a firefighter?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I have a lot going on, but I've always kept a lot on my plate. So
That's
I
good.
wouldn't
You're
have it any
keeping
other way.
busy.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time to get to some of our fan questions, Grant.
Fan
all right?
questions. Here we go.
Here we go. Rose Martin Wall is asking.
Okay.
Corinne is crazy, and of course they keep her on the show for ratings to keep everyone watching. I don't know if I will keep watching. The girl creeps me out. Oh, it wasn't a question, it was a comment, but I agree with you, Rose.
You know what? You love it, Rose. You're gonna keep watching the show. Don't say that.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep watching it. You love every second of it.
My girl Carly Lake is asking, is this a new look, Grant? The ensemble?
I mean, I feel like I haven't changed my style at all.
Carly,
Yeah,
this
I don't
is
know.
Grant.
This
This
is
is
just
authentic
me,
Grant.
yeah.
A lot of people are talking about Corinne. Gail Melville Shumway says Corinne is 24 years old. She acts half that age. Nick is 36 years old. Let's hope he doesn't need an immature wife.
Wow,
Well,
that's an aggressive
That's
comment.
a little harsh,
That's a
but
little bit.
you know, she does have a nanny. What do you think about that?
You know what? I think that as far as having a nanny goes, she probably should have called it something different.
Yeah.
Like maybe I don't know. I don't even know what she would call that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that.
Nanny does imply that she's
Yeah.
a bit on the immature side.
Yeah,
Spoiled,
yeah.
perhaps.
Low-key spoiled.
Low-key
Yeah.
spoiled.
Yeah.
Amy Velasco's asking, would you go on Bachelor in Paradise again if given the opportunity? Good question, Amy.
Oh my! I mean, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to you know any show like The Bachelor or Bachelor in Paradise or anything like that, for me, like I wouldn't do the show just to do the show. You know, if I was in a place where I felt you know very open about where I was at and I felt that I was ready for all that again, then I would consider it. But if not, then I wouldn't do it.
So we may see Grant on Bachelor in Paradise 4, but we don't know yet, right? It's a possibility.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, well, finally, it's time to release the results from our poll. All right, guys, the majority of you think that Danielle M is going to end up with Nick. All right, well, you know, a lot of you also said Vanessa, and I'm not so sure many of you thought it would be Corinne, but we'll just have to wait and see. Well, thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah,
Grant,
thank you.
and thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune into The Bachelor Morning After every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.